Now, we've got to keep fighting against the ESG agenda. It's the Davos agenda, the woke and green left agenda, where people use your money for virtue signalling politics. This is the so-called environmental, social and governance goals that big corporates sign up to, boards report to and shareholder activists demand. They push companies to what they claim are ethical investments. Renewables over fossil fuels, soybeans over beef, and filling your staff with more genders than science has been able to identify yet. That kind of thing. Well, the Florida Governor, Ron DeSantis, who remains a Republican presidential hopeful, he's outlined new laws to stop government agencies signing up to this stuff, stopping them from distorting their spending to satisfy ESG goals.
If those ESG investments are actually the best investments, you can do it. We're not preventing you from doing that at all. If buying solar panels companies and all that, if that is what is going to return the best, you're not restricted at all. You're only restricted if ESG is the rule, because there could be lucrative areas that you are just not going to do because of the politics of it.
Amen. No government agency or listed company ought to be playing politics with other people's money. If your retirement savings are in a pension or super fund, you expect them to be invested to deliver a good and safe return to fund your retirement, not to fulfil some woke policy agenda.
Kind of a house of cards. I think it's going to come crashing down, because I think as more people look at this, they say, okay, how is this benefiting, me? Like, you're a retired police officer. Is it benefiting you as a retired police officer or a retired nurse or people that have this stuff to look to see how your investments are managed? No, it's not benefiting them at all. Are the policy implications from this benefiting the public? Well, if you're paying higher for energy and all these other things, I don't think so. And remember, higher energy costs drives increased costs in all goods, because you need energy to produce anything.
Yeah, DeSantis could be talking about Australia, couldn't he? These ESG goals, along with government actions, help to push renewables here, and they undermine our energy reliability and security, and they push up costs. It gets worse, though, as DeSantis points out, for America, and it's equally true here, all this makes us more vulnerable, strategically weaker, undermining our economy and bolstering communist China's.
We need to be reevaluating the relationship where we're so dependent on China. How are you going to be able to have the ability to do that effectively if the costs here are going up artificially? We do not want to do that. So the supply chain crisis, where all our economy is basically being done in China, or a lot of major things are being done in China, that is not good for this country. It's not good for individuals. It's not good for our national security.
Make this man president now. What he says is just so true, so obvious and so important. But who's pushing back against this stuff in Australia? The coalition ought to take notes. I'll have more on this from the US later.